Welcome to another explainer. Let's be real for a second. Right now, if you are working with AI on a daily basis, there is a very good chance your workflow looks a little something like this. You've got one tab open for chatting, you're using another application entirely for coding, maybe a separate spreadsheet tool is open on your other monitor, and you're in an entirely different space trying to put together your slide decks. It is an incredibly overwhelming landscape of fragmented tools. But today we are looking at a platform that experts are pointing to as the potential grand unifier. We are talking about OpenAI's Codex.
Okay, let's dive into this, because the core idea here is pure, unadulterated efficiency. We are moving away from having a dozen different AI tools open on our desktops. What we're exploring today is how Codex aims to be the single fastest way to accomplish the absolute highest volume of work across multiple disciplines, all housed within one seamless environment.
To get us from zero to hero today, we are going to cover the AI super app, coding meets knowledge work, autonomous browser and computer control, skills, plugins, and automations, and we'll wrap things up with how to start tinkering. All right, Section 1, the AI super app, and how it's centralizing our AI tools. For a while, the absolutely most powerful way to use AI agents involved terminal user interfaces. But frankly, those code-heavy, black-screen terminal interfaces are incredibly intimidating for most business users. It's just too much friction. What Codex does is move us entirely away from those clunky terminals and drops us into a clean, graphical workspace that feels instantly familiar. You've got your organized folders and chats over on the left, your AI agent operating right in the middle, and whatever that agent is generating, whether it's a document, a website, a presentation, displayed right there on the right. It brings the whole shebang into one central place.
And there is a massive financial advantage to using this centralized workspace. Codex is powered by the incredibly smart GPT 5.5 model. Now, using 5.5 out in the wild through an API is actually quite pricey. It's twice as expensive as GPT 5.4 and even 20% more expensive than Opus 4.7. But when you use it natively inside the Codex app as a subscriber, OpenAI heavily subsidizes your usage. You essentially get thousands of dollars worth of tokens included. That makes it highly efficient for solving really complex tasks without completely draining your wallet.
Moving into Section 2, Coding Meets Knowledge Work, where we literally merge these workspaces together. So the crucial point is understanding this brand new concept called vibe coding. Listen, you just don't need to know how to manually program anymore. Vibe coding is the process of using plain, everyday natural language to tell an AI agent what you want, and it just effortlessly builds the full application for you. In Codex, 95% of the things you'd ever want to code are now literally as easy as asking for a Word doc or a PowerPoint presentation. It all happens right there in the exact same interface. To show you just how powerful this one-shot vibe coding has actually become, let's look at a concrete example from our source material. A user typed just a single prompt into Codex and successfully generated a fully functioning physics-based train crash simulator. They even casually threw in a joke crash counter presented by Allstate within that exact same prompt. It is wild. It demonstrates that within a matter of seconds, you can go from a vague idea in your head to a highly complex, interactive application, and you haven't written a single line of code yourself. Which brings us to Section 3, Autonomous Browser and Computer Control. This is where things get a little sci-fi, with autonomous AI agents taking the wheel.
Before we show you, I really want you to ask yourself, just how fast do you think AI browser control actually is right now? Because a few months ago, let's be honest, it was clunky, it was slow, and frankly, it was a bit boring to watch. But the leap in speed we have seen recently, it is staggering. Our sources describe this specific leap as going from dial-up straight to broadband. Codex integrates a specialized browser called Atlas directly into the app. In one test we looked at, a user told Codex to build a chess game and then use the browser to play against itself. The AI literally took control, seamlessly moving the pieces for both black and white at lightning speed until it hit checkmate. It's incredibly fast. Pretty soon you'll be able to just have it log into your accounts and navigate any website just as efficiently as you do. And this brilliantly illustrates the next massive leap, actual computer control. Beyond just browsing the web, Codex can control your literal mouse. It can operate multiple applications on your desktop at the exact same time. For example, it could open Canva, rapidly navigate the interface to design a graphic you need, export the document, and then seamlessly feed that exported file directly back into your Codex workspace. It is completely redefining how tasks are executed across your entire desktop.
Now, to support this crazy seamless workflow, Codex recently introduced a new ambient feature called Chronicle. Chronicle essentially watches your screen continuously to build context and memories. So when you type a prompt, the AI already knows exactly what you've been working on. You don't have to constantly stop and explain yourself. Now, impartially speaking, this presents a massive productivity potential, keeping you completely in that magical flow state. However, it obviously inherently raises some pretty significant privacy considerations, right? You are allowing an AI to monitor everything happening on your screen. It is an optional feature, but certainly one that sparks a lot of necessary debate.
Okay, Section 4, Skills, Plugins, and Automations. Let's look at customizing Codex to fit exactly how you work.
First, let's clear up some of the confusing jargon you'll probably encounter. You'll hear the terms plugins and skills tossed around a lot. Plugins are the official, deep integrations built with specific companies, things like Slack, Notion, Canva, or Remotion. You bring them up by typing an @ symbol in your chat. Skills, on the other hand, are custom user-created instructions. You trigger these with /. It's basically you saving a repetitive workflow as a simple markdown file, so the AI knows exactly how you want that specific task done the next time around. An absolutely incredible example of combining these tools is the Remotion plugin. Remotion basically turns code into high-quality motion graphic videos. By enabling this plugin in Codex, you can combine it with a custom skill that goes out and pulls all of your company's brand assets from the internet. Your logos, your specific hex colors, your fonts. You just prompt the AI once, and it automatically writes the code to generate a beautiful, fully branded motion graphic video right there in your chat. People are building entire social media followings using this exact automated setup. And once you figure out a great workflow like that, you can automate it in 3 surprisingly simple steps. First, just do the task manually with the AI once. Let's say asking it to analyze your last 10 YouTube videos and generate a highly critical report of what you're doing wrong. Second, literally just type, "Hey, turn that workflow into an automation." And third, give it a schedule. Just say, "Run this every Friday at 9 a.m." Codex saves it, and from then on, you have a fresh, highly critical performance report waiting for you every single Friday morning without ever lifting a finger. Finally, Section 5, How to Start Tinkering. Let's get into some practical advice for mastering this thing. Let's move to and see how this builds your confidence. The experts highly recommend starting with specific, fun little projects that help you grasp the tool's potential, completely removing the pressure of immediate productivity. Have the AI play a browser game against itself. Ask it to do some deep research and spit out a giant, in-depth spreadsheet report. Tell it to build a fun 3D simulation. Or hey, if you use a Mac, upload your website's code and tell it to one-shot a complete Swift mobile app. Just seeing these tasks completed right before your eyes will totally rewire how you think about your daily work.
And that brings us to the core philosophy for really learning this super app. As our source material perfectly emphasizes, the tinkerers who aren't afraid of looking dumb win. All of the magic in AI happens in these rabbit holes. When you first open this thing, you might feel a little overwhelmed. You might ask it to do something kind of silly. But that is exactly how you master it. You absolutely have to put in the time to mess around, go down those rabbit holes, and discover the specific automations that will actually streamline your day.
So we have seen how Codex brings coding, complex knowledge work, actual computer control, and incredibly powerful automations into one centralized space. The only question left is this. Are you going to stick to your slow, fragmented stack of individual tools, or are you ready to embrace the future, look a little foolish, and jump headfirst into the Codex rabbit hole? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, happy tinkering!